Salacious, this is JK, Monarch, filming. I'm here with the legendary George Stroumboulopoulos.
Alright, legendary makes me sound old.
No,
but I'll take it. I mean, maybe I'm old, I don't know.
No, you're well respected.
Oh, thank you.
You're seasoned.
Thank you, sir. I'm seasoned, yeah.
Well, clearly, in a few years, you've really come up in our community. It's stunning to see. I mean, I am doing something right now I never figured I'd be doing years from now, interviewing the man that interviews the A-list, interviewing a man that interviews the interviewers.
Sometimes.
Between Barbara Walters, Sarah Palin, our current Prime Minister.
He doesn't talk to me very often though, does he?
No.
It's not really his bit, but whatever.
Iggy, I don't know.
Yeah, Iggy comes on you, Bob Ray's been on you. Yeah.
What do you, how do you first come up with these interviews and then research them?
Well, we just look at whoever we think will be interesting. You know, it's kind of like there's an audience at home that has been spoken at for a long time. Someone needs to speak to them, speak with them. So that's what we want, to grab people who can speak to them. So that's our number one thing. They'll be interesting. If they got something to offer, will they be entertaining? And then we just try to chase them down, or they get pitched to us.
Yeah, well, you're very good at getting people to speak to you naturally. I mean, it's not always such an honest answer for most of those people until they come on the show.
Well, even then, I think some of them are bullshitting me, but you have to try to just navigate those infested waters. You know?
But I mean, even when you're interviewing Tom Cruise, and everyone's going, "There's that Scientology question coming." You don't pull it out.
We did it later on. There's a way to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You have a formula that gets them comfortable. And
hopefully,
it's really. I mean, for a Canadian audience to call you one of our own, it's.
I'm a Toronto boy through and through. Yeah, thank you, man.
For sure. Dave?
So, question from behind the camera. With the current economic climate, where do you see the entertainment, music, art business going? And what do you think your role is in kind of helping it out?
I don't know where it's going, man. I don't think anybody knows where it's going. I think the big entertainment companies that were swallowed up by bigger multinational corporations, all those companies that are aching for dollars now, they're not going to be able to do very much because their shareholder value is, broken through the floor. I think that will just settle and they'll be fine. But the entertainment business anyway is different. Like the movie business is up, right? Movie production is down, but movie attendance is way up. So movies do well. Music, man, I mean, people are finally embracing the digital buying part of their life, and that's starting to pick up a little bit. TV, man, is in a tank. TV's real because there's no advertising, right? There's no advertising dollars. The internet, but also there's just no advertising dollars. The cats who would normally spend the money on TV or radio, they're not doing that anymore because their ad budgets are tend to be the first thing that go. So that's going to be a bit of a holding pattern. Half the companies in this country are owned by these massive companies that are losing money for their other businesses. So in Canada, in the TV business, there are some major challenges. Major. What's my role? To tell you what's going on and to hopefully tell you what it means. That's it. Here's what.
You're at a DJ competition right now with A-Track, Montreal's Canada's Pride and Joy, Neil Armstrong, Team Canada.
A-Track was on our show.
Was he?
A-Track, what he did off the opening of our show was he took Bob Dylan's song, right, and he took Age of Aquarius, and he just mixed together on the fly. This is the hour. This is the hour. This is the hour. So A-Track did that years ago on our show.
Well, he's a talent. I mean, if Kanye West recognizes you when you're 15, right?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, you gotta be something special. And so, do you have to? I mean, how busy do you keep yourself? I mean, I've met you a couple of times before, and you're always the same listening personality. You take a lot of time at this.
I'm my mother's son, man. No matter what you do in your life, no matter where you go or what you think you've accomplished, you're your mother's son, and always be your mother's son. If you can do that, then your shit will always be together.
So what did your mother do for you?
My mother is always about being humble. Humility is the key to life. That's the key to life. For her value system, I tend to agree with her, so I'll subscribe to that. Plus, at the end of the day, what is it that we do, right? What do we do? We get paid, or we get to enjoy our life. You get into watching shit you love anyway. Most people don't love their job, right? Yeah, most people don't love their job. So if you're in a position where you can love your job, enjoy it. You know, don't treat it like it's anything other than a great opportunity.
Absolutely. Well, you clearly love your job, and I mean, Canadians benefit from that. And we love watching you love your job.
Thanks, man.
And especially the people who get to experience an interview. And I love interviewing.
It's a rare interview. It's a rare interview because I don't like doing interviews, so I'll do this for you guys. It's salacious.
Salacious. Holy Lord.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
JK's first interview, Monarchs filming. George Stroumboulopoulos.
Anytime, man. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Charlie. First interview that I did that, Scottie Pippen. In 1994, 5, the first year that the first year the Raptors came to Canada. I was I was working at the Fan as just like an op, a producer, behind the scenes guy. I'd fill in, do some radio shows, interview some reporters. I interviewed a guy named Jim Rose. I interviewed a singer, a guitarist named Jennifer Finch. She was in a band called L7 back when I was really young. Then the Raptors came to town, and I went to a press conference, or to a shoot around, and everybody was just swarming Jordan and Rodman, and sitting by himself on the chairs with Scottie Pippen. I was young, long hair, so my first one-on-one interview was with Pippen. Back then, yeah.
Well, okay, I just experienced my Pippen.
Nice.